Hey, welcome to another episode with Poor Pete. Well, I wanted to share something with you, and that is a colonial style American Windsor chair. This particular one is a combback, so the reason why they nicknamed it the combback is because of this headrest right here, and these back stretchers look like a comb, so they nicknamed it the combback. Depending on what colony you were at, there were different versions of these style of Windsor chairs, and they're very sentimental to many people. Many people have them in their family if they're blessed to be able to have those type of heirloom items passed on. You don't find too many of them. I've always really liked the quality of the craftsmanship that go into these chairs, and traditionally the legs were made of maple. The seat was made of pine, and all the back the back headrest, or a lot of times the angled pieces that were bent were done with oak. And the reason why it is that way is because people used wood with simple hand tools without electricity. So you can't just cut certain types of wood with hand saws. It would just take too long. So the splitting of it and the planing of it and everything like that, the way that the woods worked were the ways that the woods were used. So nowadays with like lathes that are electric, you can turn so many different types of wood. But back when they used wood lathes that were foot powered without electricity, you were more limited on what types of woods you can use. And green maple turned really well. Now in this chair kit, I got this chair kit from River Bend Chair Company. And this kit was so well thought out. Instead of tapered joints that go through the seat for the leg, they actually did straight, but they did a shoulder right here. And the reason why they did that is so that when this chair is put together, these holes could already be drilled for the stretchers down here to go into the chair legs, and this whole chair would be easily put together. This was really well thought out. If you ever think about making an early colonial American chair, and you want to start with a kit, the River Bend Chair Company is a good option for you, because this chair is going to come with a set of instructions. It's going to come ready to put together. You're just going to have to get in there and just get it done. They say it takes about 4 hours to get a chair like this done, and wow, it just goes to show you how incapable I am at times, because this took me a lot more than 4 hours to get it to where it's at right now. So the type of glue I use hide glue. I've been experimenting with hide glue, how it works, how it fractures, how it breaks, how you can take apart hide glue. It's the type of glue that they would have used during these colonial American times, during for thousands of years. I believe they've used hide glue. They've used all different types of glues that are natural glues for thousands of years, and it's a type of glue that I've really been working with a lot. If I want to make a permanent bond, I'm going to use type 3 type bond. If I want to make a bond that's a traditional bond, just like this tenon going through this seat and having a wedge go back, I've been starting to use hide glues. So I've been enjoying doing that. And I'm trying to get more traditional with my woodworking. So how I finished this chair, the only modification I made was I dug out a little bit more in the back seat right here, tried to make it fit my rear end a little bit better, and I just kept on carving on it until I felt like it was exactly what I wanted for a chair. Isn't that amazing? You can actually sit down and make a chair that's going to fit you and just be comfortable to sit in, and pretty cool, really cool. I can't say enough about that. But anyways, once I got that done, I started putting the chair together. It's pretty easy to put together, pretty straightforward, and a lot of joy putting it together. So the other thing is the only other modification I did was on the bottom side, I took a scrub plane, which is a plane, this exact plane right here, but if you look at the iron, it's a circular or radiused iron. So a lot of times these chairs would, this is a poplar seat, but this in traditional times it would have been most likely yellow pine. They use other types of wood. It didn't really matter, but pine was a really good seat material because of how soft the wood was to carve and how those wedge fits, this taper fit and the wedge going in on top and spreading out that top of that tenon would just mold into that soft pine of that seat and make a lasting joint for a long time. It was a great wood. Well, they would split that and they would carve the top of the seat, but the underside of the seat on some of the fancier chairs, instead of having those split lines down there and all that, you know, like firewood, they would actually scrub plane that off. And that would just let you know that the builder of that chair cared about the quality of the chair. So the next thing in finishing the chair that I did was I got to mix my own milk paint. And I used red with black on top. And the reason why they painted these chairs is because they were made out of 3 or 4 different types of wood, mainly 3 different types of wood, sometimes 2 different types of wood, it all depended. But these chairs would look like they were just pieced together with random pieces of scrap wood, but that wasn't the case. They were just using the best woods and the best parts of the chair for that time period. So what they would do is they would paint the chair. One really popular color for America during the colonial times was green. They'd paint these chairs green, all different types of green. I like green. I think I'm going to do one of these days like that. But anyways, another really popular one, as popular today, is doing the red with black over the top. And the reason why is because as you wear that seat down, the back stretchers down, you kick the legs a little bit and start getting some shoe scuffs on there and stuff like that. The black bleeds through to the red bleeds through to the wood, and it looks like that deep, nice stain of wood that's real natural looking that you know, a lot of people shoot for and desire. So I really like that. So that's why I did this type of finish. I used milk paint. I went to the store. I don't do skim milk, but I went to the store, and I guess skim milk is supposed to be one of the better milks that you should buy for making milk paint. Poured in the milk paint, separated it, got my, what's that called, cheesecloth, separated all out, smashed it, added my pigment, and painted this chair. Now the red stuck just really super well, and it's not good at painting over things, but raw wood, this milk paint will stick really well. The black, however, black was a pain in the rear. That stuff just did not want to stick, and I was told that watching different videos and things about people making milk paint, that the black color was so much harder to stick. It also cost a lot more money than the red pigment. But anyways, I had a lot of fun doing that. I think I did 2 coats of the red, but I did like 4 or 5 coats of the black. But I got to this finish. You can still see the red coming through in various places. I'll probably get a close-up shot of this chair here in a bit for you guys. Then next I use linseed oil. Linseed oil is one of the traditional wood finishes of the time. So that linseed oil, it's one of the deeper penetrating natural oils that we have. So you put that linseed oil on here, and it just soaks in through the paint into the wood. Once that dried, I let that dry for a long time. Once that dried, then I did a wax finish on top of that. And I just got done with the wax finish, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy with it. But I think I'm gonna order some Renaissance wax, and as this chair gets older and older, and every year that goes around, I'll take some Renaissance wax and some real fine cheesecloth, and I'll just put a light coat on there and polish it, and just let it age naturally in this house until one of these days I pass it on to one of my kids. Oh, real cool thing. I've been starting all the furniture items, whether it's a stool or a chair that I put together and made. And I did not make this, I put it together. But I am going to be making these Windsor chairs in the future. So, yeah. So I'm starting to sign the bottom of them. And I'll just sign them in order of the number in which they were made, the year, and my name. So I really enjoy doing that. I think that's a nice finish to, putting a chair together. So this was the start of one of my dreams, working with bows and hand tools and everything like that. Ever since seeing movies of early America and seeing these Windsor chairs, I've always admired them and admired the craftsmanship of how thin some of these parts can be, but yet big, strong, masculine men sitting on them and they're just fine. So I've always enjoyed these chairs, and I count it a privilege to be able to have made this, or not made this, but put this chair together. And I bought a lot of tools, a lot more tools, and I've already started making seats, and I made a lathe, and we're just going to keep on going with woodworking. I think this type of woodworking is really special, and I don't think it's something that should go away. Working with hand tools, and a lot of people ask me why I don't use electricity a lot of times. And I work without electricity, and maybe I should make a future video on that. Sit down and talk about why I actually do what I'm doing and what the reason is behind it. But maybe we'll have to do that. But hey, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you're still here, you watch it to the end. If you like this kind of content, then like and subscribe. And if you'd like to see something that I haven't done, or you have questions or anything like that, leave a comment. I'd love to touch base with you, and just glad to be posting this type of content. Until next time, be safe out there.